Hey everybody, welcome back. Sorry I'm a day late, but I wanted to get something in the car to show you guys. So we worked really hard this weekend on a couple of things, finishing the sills, which go where you step on to get into the car, and also the thresholds. So we did some sanding on those and whatnot. We'll show those to you in a minute, but right now I want to show you something pretty cool. So here's our lovely dash. We've got the structure I showed you in one of the earlier videos, which you can see behind the dash itself. So I went ahead and mocked that structure in. It's not in permanent because I had to cut out the entire dash section in the front end of the car, which, you know what, is okay, because we're going to just have this badass look with this particular dash. You know, you already saw that we had the center console, so that fits in there real nicely. Obviously, the center console is going to need new leather. The dash itself is pretty good leather, so I'm going to try to keep it that way. I'm really nervous about having it in the car, but, you know, it's in there. So the good thing is that everything's going to fit together real nice. It turns out I didn't have to remove the major structure, which was the cross member, which was this piece down here that goes all the way across the car. So that I actually was lucked out and got it almost at the exact height, proper height for this dash. You can see over on the other side, if we zoom in a little, you can see that the door cards and the dash are very close. I don't have it shimmed in perfectly, but you can tip it in there and get that to look pretty good. So we'll shim that in once we get to that point. So one of the things, a few of the things that's brought up is you can see here with the gated shifter. So I'm going to have to move that back ever so slightly. That's okay. I did originally mock it up to be right about here where the cup holder is. So we're going to have to move it back. That's okay. So we don't need room for the switch because we put it down here. I'm sorry, it's hard to see, but the switch and the parking brake and stuff are down here. So we just have to move that hole. And we may not get our cup holder there, so we'll have to think about a good place to put it somewhere else. But that's okay. It'll give the dash a nice clean look, I think. So we're going to remove that center console and we're going to design and print another one. But that's the beauty of 3D printing, right? The other thing is the steering column. The mounting holes here are about 2 inches too high from where I had it before. I had it going under this cross member here. Now I need to go over the cross member. That's going to create some geometry issues that I'm going to have to deal with. So we're going to have to work on getting that shaft down in there. And not only that, I've taken the brake pedals out and the clutch pedal out, and we have to put those back in as well. So lots of restructuring to do because of this lovely dash. But looks before function, right? Or something. Anyway, we'll make it all work. That's the whole point of doing these custom builds. Is a lot of time if you're doing it for the first time and you don't have a set of plans, you got to take it apart, put it back together. So why don't we go downstairs and see what else is up. Okay, so we got these sills done. So you can see the two sills. I've actually got them clear coated. This one here and this one here. So this is the passenger side. That's the driver's side. You'll notice they're a little different. There's a ridge on this one. So that happened because I actually put the strengthening ridges on the right side on this one, on the wrong side on that one. So someday I'll go ahead and fix those. But for now, you're going to be hard pressed to tell if you didn't know. And then we also have to get our door cards recovered too. So this is the one for the driver's side. I took the door completely off. The other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to replace this dash. As you guys might remember, we're using a Holley digital dash and a couple of Banks can gauges. There's a company in Toronto. Tino is the proprietor, and he's doing a glass dash for us that should fit in here really nice. Here's a kind of picture of one of his prototypes. Ours will be slightly different, but mainly it's along the same lines. And the cost is not prohibitive. It's just really going to tie the whole look of the car together. So I'll put a link to his website down there. And then down the road, when we get our dash in, we'll do a review. And we'll tell you how we like it. So I am paying for it. So I can do a review that's honest when we get that. So let's go see what we're doing in the 3D printing room. Here you can see we have one of the thresholds all body worked and getting ready for carbon fiber skinning. So we'll do that sometime this week. I also have started reprinting taillight sections, redesigned them a little bit so they look a little more OEM. Obviously we have some printing defects, but those can be fixed quite easily because I'm using ABS now instead of PLA. So, and then we're gonna see how this fits with the Duraflex body that Dale has. So we'll see if these taillights fit. Once we get them good, we'll go ahead and release the STLs or the SolidWorks files so people can do their own. One of the other things that we're doing is we're starting to reprint a more OEM rear bumper. So look for that. It's going to be pretty nice. I haven't figured out whether we're going to skin it in carbon fiber or if we're just going to support it in the back of carbon fiber and then just paint the plastic. So we'll see how that goes. Haven't really decided yet, but this is something I'm doing in the background for the current project. So we're just letting the printer do its job, and it'll print these out. And I'll show you guys as we go along. So anyway, that's it for the update. Let me know what you guys think of the dash. The dash structure I found on eBay. It was relatively inexpensive and compared to the dash itself. So having all of those mounting points in is just going to make life a lot easier. So even though I have to move the steering column and the shifter, those are pretty, I just have to cut some tack welds and move them. So, and then we have to figure out on the steering column exactly the routing that we're going to use. So anyway, stay tuned. Probably next video is a little more restructuring. Maybe we'll show some more parts that we're doing because we now have the doors to do. So I'm going to take the doors off and start hammering the metal and body working those and getting them ready to get skinned. So anyway, thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And we'll see you next time. Bye.